Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome back to my channel. I'm back with a video, and in this video we're going to discuss automatic jammer detector that I just made with the help of course, ChatGPT and things like that. I think after several attempts I'll be able to have a working jammer detector which will help me detect unnecessary activity. So basically the idea, I'm calling it a jammer. Basically, if you are continuously monitoring in a spectrum and if you see an activity that was not supposed to be there, I am considering this being a faux signal, and I'm calling that a jammer signal. All of a sudden your signal, the signal was not present when you're doing your signal reconnaissance, but automatically something that is coming up on your spectrum, I am detecting that as not being a friendly signal, is something that is not friendly. To help me develop this, this is a small Python script which is actually computing your PSD, which is your power spectrum, using a simple mathematical formula. I'm taking a log of your spectrum. I'm using my HackRF for this purpose, and I'm using my homebrew jammer, I think, which I made a video on it. I will leave a link. I had actually made several videos on that, on my Wi-Fi jammer, which I made using a simple ESP32. I might be sounding different. I'm not using a mic because every time I run this mic, my mic is connected at 2.4 gigahertz and this jammer is operating at 2.4 gigahertz. It tends to actually jam my noise, which is coming through my Wi-Fi or my Bluetooth to my device. So that's why I'm not using this. That's why in this video my sound, the sound is going to be, there might be a lot of noise or might not be a lot of noise. So the idea is quite simple. It's just a simple jammer that is going to detect an activity on your spectrum, and it's going to show you that. And so let's just look at the code. The code was simple. I have, with the help of, I think after like an hour or so with ChatGPT and giving it a different prompt every time, it was able to actually, I was able to have a working code that does that. I have tweaked around with certain parameter, for example, your threshold here, which I have made a change. Then also something here as well. And also when you look at my plot, I also made some changes here at the noise floor and the noise floor. That with trial and error, you will come to know that how do you want to see your plot and things like that. So let's just quickly run this. So I'm going to open up my terminal and just to show you clear, let me just clear this all of this out because I was testing these codes. So let me clear this out and let me just show you that after I print in HackRF underscore info that my HackRF is connected. I have live HackRF version or HackRF version, which is 2023. I think this is probably the latest version that I'm using, the firmware version. After you run this, I made a folder which is called jammer detection and things like that, and I'm going to simply hit run. The fourth code is not working properly. This is the one that was working. It's just a simple format. What is it that you want to scan? Because I want to scan at 2450 megahertz, which is actually your HackRF 2.4 gigahertz of Wi-Fi frequency, and my jammer is operating at 2.4 gigahertz. That's why I have chosen this frequency. You can choose any frequency you want, and then I have selected my gain. So it's a Python script you're going to run using Python 3. Just simply hit enter. Make sure your HackRF is connected, and you will see in a spectrum that looks like this. So you see these spikes. This is at 2.4 gigahertz. My Wi-Fi signal that is being there is there right here at this point. So I am getting some 2.4 gigahertz signal, but as soon as I plug in my jammer, because 2.4, you see this is I have to play around with the jammer threshold. I have to move this a little bit up so it won't generate this alert that jammer is detected. But overall, now you will see the actual detection which is taking place, because the GSM or the jammer or 2.4 gigahertz is actually a bursty signal. Now, when I plug my jammer in, now I'm plugging my jammer in, and you should focus what will happen to my actual signal. if you were to look at it, uh, by just looking at the spectrum itself, you would see the difference. That here we go. So this is what my jammer signal looks like. It actually taken my spectrum all the way up to like 40-50 dB, and some of these spikes are even higher. So based on that, I can see that, you know what, based on this threshold, I was supposed to get a signal strength which is somewhere close to somewhere over here. But as soon as some activity or some type of a jammer comes in, I'm getting this continuous signal that was not supposed to be there, just like this, what you're visualizing right now. So this is something unnecessary. This is something, some device is present in my area or around my vicinity that is actually generating these high noise signals, which is actually interrupting this. Even so, that I have two routers. One is operating at 2.4 gigahertz and the other one is operating at 5 gigahertz. I won't be able to, I was unable to connect at 2.4 gigahertz while this jammer is operating. So this is one way of notifying this, that my jammer is operating correctly and whatever I'm seeing on the spectrum, that is also correct. So that's the idea behind this small video. I'm going to put this up on my GitHub repository. You guys can also look at it there as well. And if you have any questions, just leave it in the comment section. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. And thanks for watching.